You know, I try and come on here and sound as enthusiastic as I possibly can while I bring you guys the latest in Raw reviews and spoilers and all this stuff. But when they give you such a crappy ass product like they did tonight, it's kind of hard to be enthusiastic about. But I'll try and do my best. And bear with me because I do have an extremely bad headache right now. It's like it's the ones that it's the pain that you get like right behind your eyes. Like, hell, me talking about my headache is more fucking entertaining than the show was tonight. Anyway, what's up, you guys? It is Perry the Entertainer back again for another video. And if you can't tell already, this is your Raw review for December 1st, 2014. Happy December. Happy holidays to everybody. And we're going to be talking a little bit about what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. If you have not done so already, I definitely recommend you subscribe. And I know that what you're getting right now is not what you're going to get in every video. You're always going to get the same 100% enthusiastic me. Just this time, I'm working with decoys, man. It's really hard to do. You know what I mean? But couple things I want to say before we get started here. Go subscribe to Black with Evil 2. I know I haven't plugged his channel in quite a long time. He actually helped me out with my WWE Network problem. So now that I have the network back, after this, I'm going to dive right into this Stone Cold podcasting that he's doing with Mr. McMahon right now. So if you have not done so, go subscribe to his channel. Link is down in the description. Also, if you have not done so already, and I don't know at this point, if you haven't heard of them, I don't know what you're doing. Go subscribe to the TRN, the Talkin' Wrestling Network. There's a video on this channel that I did with the founder of it, Mr. Alex Carter, and I feel completely honored for doing that with him. And if he wants to do another collab in the future, well, let him know that PT is always open to join the show and everything. But go check out the Talking Wrestling Network. All sorts of great shows on there. Around the Point, we got the Sunday Segway, we got Saturday Night Shoot, and a whole bunch more. Of course, we got Open Turnbuckle and Open Turnbuckle Exposed Steel. All sorts of great shows on there, and I have a ton of friends that are actually on that account and actually uploading content to it. So I definitely recommend you guys go check them out. Link is down in the description. Go show them some love, and let's get right down to business. We started off the show with a painful 20-minute segment, which is pretty much the same exact thing we got last week, except no Daniel Bryan. Raw general manager opens up shit, blah, blah, blah. John Cena comes out there, cracks some jokes and shit. Seth Rollins goes out there, cracks jokes, all sorts of shit. And basically, this all leads into the main event for WWE TLC, the TLC pay-per-view, is now John Cena versus Seth Rollins in I think it was a tables match. It's a tables match where if John Cena loses, he loses his opportunity at Brock Lesnar for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship that he got for beating Randy Orton at Hell in a Cell, which it's hard to even remember that because the champion's not on every week, not even remotely that there's even a mention of the goddamn guy on the show. So, for you guys to even remember that, hey, Cena still has a shot, I give you props for that. But so if Cena loses to Rollins, his title match goes away. So that's kind of the entire thing going into that. And I like them still trying to make Rollins look like public enemy number one, despite the Authority not being in the picture anymore. Triple H and Steph are not in it anymore. They're not able to protect their little Seth Rollins and everything. So I think it's cool that they are still out to make Seth Rollins this very important figure while Brock is not showing up every week. And the WWE Championship is on a hiatus of some sort. Then after that, the Authority came out there, and when I say the Authority, I mean the entire stable and shit. They all ran out there, besides Mark Henry, because he's supposed to still be knocked out. They went out there, started beating up Cena, and you had to have the cavalry come in and everything. All of this ends in a Shield 2.0 triple powerbomb through a table in the middle of the ring. And when I tell you that there were a lot of commercials tonight, there were a lot of commercials tonight. In fact, a lot of commercials that were actually placed in the wrong spots, because a lot of the commercials that were placed in their respective spots were as soon as the match started actually hitting kind of like a high point. And in this show, a high point, there was not a high point to be found. A high point was seriously a midpoint this week. For an average wrestling show, the high point tonight was seriously a midpoint, and every time they had one of those, they went to commercial, and the commercials were more entertaining than a goddamn show tonight. Shit, what happened after that? First match of the night, a tag team turmoil match, and I don't remember if this was said on the pre-show or not. Basically, the last team left standing will be getting the opportunity to take on Damian Mizdow and The Miz for the tag team championships at TLC. The 5 teams were, see if I can remember them: Golden Stardust, the New Day, and when it's I think it was Kofi and Biggie that were in it. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. If you can think of any more fucks that they could just throw in a tag team together. The Usos, who eventually won the damn thing, as if I was actually supposed to be surprised. And I think Adam Rose and the Bunny were thrown in there. So just more dissolution between that crap, and not like anyone really cares about that. And like I said before, the Usos got the win here, so the Usos will be taking on The Miz and Damian Mizdow later tonight. And while this is going on, Naomi's watching from backstage. Naomi, of course, being married to one of the damn Usos. I still can't get right which one exactly it is. And Miz confronts her backstage and basically says he likes her twerking, and he knows a director or something that can make her famous. Basically, I don't know if it's trying to, start some drama between one of the Uso that's married to her and her. But that's all gonna come back to bite Miz later on, and we'll get to that in just a second. I don't know about you guys. I actually kind of like the New Day. I think that we are hating on them a little bit, but I want to see exactly what they can bring to the table before I bring a real logical conclusion to what I feel about the New Day right now. Right now, they're just 3 black guys dressed as Power Rangers right now, just because they haven't done anything that separates them from other tag teams besides them before the match they're slapping each other like they're getting ready. And I mean, I liked them when what Cole said before the match started. I think they said that all 3 of them went out there and they were like, oh, which 2 are gonna are gonna start it. And Cole said they all see each other as equals. So I don't know if that's maybe a kind of slap at a Nation of Domination kind of thing, or maybe it was just because there's 3 friends that want to dress up as Power Rangers and play dress up every week. I don't know. The match was okay. The Usos got the win, and that's pretty much all you need to know about that. So the Usos are going to be fighting Miz and Mizdow for the belts at TLC. The Slammies are next week, so that's going to be quite fun on this channel, isn't it? That was supposed to be funny. Eric Rowan versus The Big Show was up next, and this was a match that was announced earlier on. And before this, they really they're really digging, they're really reaching when it comes to trying to get some character development with Eric Rowan. They went on and said that the guy's got an IQ of 143. He's a gifted guitar player. He's is it a Vintner or a Viner? He's an expert winemaker or something. So they're trying to purvey this message that Eric Rowan is, I don't know if maybe he's a little kid trapped in a man's body and he's this intelligent genius human, and for some reason the dude can only say maybe 2-3 words before nothing, so he's got that caveman language to him. But the match with Big Show was painful, and when I say painful, I mean this was bad. This was just, they got lazy, like both of them, and I know Rowan can deliver. I don't really know too much about Big Show, especially right now where he's just kind of, floating around. He's a heel basically because they're running short on heels and shit, I'm sure. So, after the match, Eric Rowan wins by disqualification. He gets his ass handed to him by the Big Show with the steel steps. That's all you got to know about that. But you got to make sure that you remember that, because that does play a role later on in the night. The SCSA podcast that I'm missing right now, they've been building that up all night, so that's going to happen there. Jack Swagger versus Fandango, as if nobody even gives a shit. Even though Jack Swagger did not show up, Fandango wins by forfeit, and because Zeb got attacked backstage by who we're assuming is Rusev. So after that, Rusev goes out to the ring, and let's see what else. crushing his challengers, taking credit for the attack on Zeb and all this shit. Lana's doing I think she said she did the pledge to the Russian Federation. Swagger goes out there and they just fight a little bit. So we're gonna get a renew of the Swagger Rusev feud. And I kind of like it just because of the fact that they do have the US title involved this time rather than just kind of throwing Swagger in there because he's got an American gimmick. Now they're actually kind of putting some thought into the US title, which is nice. And Swagger, I don't really know if he's necessarily over or is it the We the People or Zeb that's over. So I wouldn't even think, it wouldn't cross my mind to have Zeb turn on Swagger at this point because he's the only thing that's making Swagger relevant at this point. Let's all be for real. We like the We the People chant. We don't like Jack Swagger. Well, no, we do like Jack Swagger. We like the We the People chant more. It's pretty much the same thing as I was trying to say with the Yes chants and Daniel Bryan, although if I even say something like that, I'm sure you guys are going to yell at me and argue me about it. So I'm gonna let you guys think about what do you guys think about that? Is it the We the People chants that are over, or is it Jack Swagger himself? Is he actually getting himself over, or is it Zeb and We the People? Damien Mizdow has a match against Fernando, so the Matadors, ole bitches. Mizdow ends up getting the victory. And the Uso that's married to Naomi goes out to the Miz, who's doing commentary, walks up to him and just slaps the fucking taste out of his mouth. That was seriously probably the best moment of the night. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. That's how bad this was. That's how painfully awkward this entire show was tonight. It seriously felt like it was written the last second. It was a last second rewrite because Vince was on or something. I don't know. But Jimmy slapping the yeah, it was Jimmy, right? I think is it Jimmy or I'm gonna go with Jimmy. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. Oh, it's Jay. You don't know wrestling. Blah blah blah. So that happened. The Uso slaps the living taste out of the Miz's mouth, and I thought it was funny but disrespectful. But that's the inner Misfit in me talking. So, Bray Wyatt's coming out next. He has a match with R-Truth. Bray Wyatt ends up getting the victory and cuts another promo. Ow, I'm trying to pop my neck. Cuts another promo for his match with Dean Ambrose at TLC. And the one thing that I do have to take away from this feud, and this is something I'm gonna have to I do kind of have to comment on because I saw people saying this on Twitter because, like I said, I did not watch the pre-show for Raw, so I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't remember if it was Booker or if it was Alex Riley, but one of them said that this is going to go down as one of the best feuds of all time and everything. And I don't know if it's maybe just me. I'm not as interested in this feud as I feel like I should be. Like, I feel like I'm seriously putting little to no effort into this feud at all. And I don't really know why, because we know that these two can deliver in the ring. We know these two can deliver on the mic. So I don't know if something isn't there. Like, I felt this way about the Jericho feud, and I think what it is the fact that there is no story to be told. Same thing with the Jericho feud. What was the overall purpose? And don't get all kayfabe on me and tell me, oh, to get Bray Wyatt over or something. What was the legit reason for why him and Jericho feuded? There was none, right? Same thing with the Dean Ambrose feud. There is no legit reason why these two are feuding. And that's one thing that I do have to take away, because you do need a purpose to tell a story. So that's one thing I do have to take away from this feud. If they can develop that over the next couple weeks or so. I mean, granted, I think now it's a little late to do that, considering they've been feuding for pretty much 2 months now, and no story has been told, or at least tried to be attempt to be, told, besides going into Dean Ambrose's past and everything. There's no legit reason for Bray Wyatt to feud with Dean Ambrose. And another thing that I kind of do have to take away about this new Bray Wyatt character is I get this feeling that he's a more sinister, he's a more demonic type of figure. He's, now that he's without the other two, he's this dark and mysterious figure. And I would like to actually see that, not hear that. And what I mean by that is less monologues and more doing dastardly things like, I don't know, pissing the guy's goddamn gas tank, for God's sake. I don't know, do something more sinister than talk, about all this cryptic stuff, you know what I mean? There's a difference between when you can talk about it and then when you actually go out and do it. And Bray Wyatt, he's on that line of I talk about it, but you don't get what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So, like I said, that's the one thing that I have to take away from this feud. I'm not saying that I'm not looking forward to their match at TLC. I definitely know they're going to tear the house down, but I would like to see some sort of story being told from this match. Maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about that. The Bellas had a match with AJ and Naomi. If you guys actually care about that, AJ and Naomi won. Then we had it was the 30-minute, basically 30-minute main event with the 6-man. It was Cena, Ziggler, and Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Luke Harper, and Kane. And I don't know if maybe I saw this on Survivor Series too, and I don't know if maybe one of you guys saw it too. For some reason, I don't know, I looked at Kane's like lower back, and it looks weird. Like he's got it looks like a deformed mosquito bite on his back. It's got this big lump, right below where his pants start and everything, and it just looks weird. Maybe it's just because it looks weird on TV. I've heard that it's saying maybe he's working through an injury. I don't know. He needs to get that shit checked. I hope maybe in this chairs match, maybe Ryback writes him off so that he can go get that checked by a damn doctor. Because that thing looks terrifying. And now with the news that Punk was working through a staph infection, I don't trust these WWE doctors for shit. And I don't really care that if it's fake, if that was a true story or not. I really don't trust the WWE doctors at this point. So I want Kane to get checked out by a damn doctor. But this match was, I don't really know because I was trying to watch the rest of the game. And apparently the Dolphins won 16-13. So the Dolphins are back in the wild card picture at 7-5. A little NFL talking here. I'm thinking about bringing that to this channel. I've been thinking about that for a while now. But the faces end up getting, I think the faces won, right? Yeah, the faces won. Yeah, Ziggler rolled up Harper for a win, and then after that, the Authority beats down Cena and all that shit. The Big Show comes in, starts beating up on the baby faces. Eric Rowan comes down. And I was laughing so hard just because just the thought of seeing this big bearded fellow who, ironically, it's funny that Big Show said that last week, seriously looks like an upside down Sheamus, walks down and he's got the steel steps over his head like a fucking moron, and he's and he's like he seriously looks like he stopped at the local Home Depot to go get steel steps so that he can bring the shit to the ring. And he's rah, 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 and he's coming down the ramp. And why, for some reason, these people from the Authority are running up the ramp, and they're running at the big, scary, bearded, big red guy with steel steps in his hand and thinking that they're not going to get hit with the damn things. He ended up hitting, I think he hit Rollins with them. I think he hit Kane with them. I'm almost positive he hit Harper. I think he hit Harper was the first person. And Show ends up getting his ass kicked by all four guys. That's pretty much all you're gonna know. Eric Rowan ended up hitting him with the steel steps, and that was the big, finisher and everything. And the baby faces posed to end the show. So let me know what you guys thought about that down in the comment section below. Overall, I thought it was a very lackluster show. Nothing really happened. They're trying to force this new nickname on Eric Rowan. He's now Big Red. I don't know if that's because JBL's a complete moron or if that's actually something WWE's trying to push onto us. So, considering they already have that with the Big Red Machine and that's just kind of too similar, I don't really recommend it. But if you're serious in Eric Rowan, I guess it's okay. But it's funny seeing the big fucking big upside down Sheamus in a green jumpsuit. This dude looks like he just got out of prison. And he's walking down the ramp with probably about how much those steel steps weigh? Like 20 pounds at least, maybe 20. Maybe I'm even over. Maybe I'm underdoing it. Those shit weighs a ton, but it's funny just watching him walk down. Ugh, ugh, and he's walking down like a fucking caveman. And this dude's got an IQ of 143. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. Please subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you care. And I will see you guys on Wednesday or Tuesday night, depends on which I'm feeling. And I will see you guys for episode 19 of Hashtag Spoilers this week. Take care, and until next time, Perry the Entertainer, sign out. Peace. I hope you guys enjoy, and check out Black with Evil 2 and the TRN Talkin' Wrestling Network. Peace.